Complexities turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Complexities turn to pick. Dire team pick. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Dazzle.
Complexities turn to pick.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back into the Dota 2 Canada Cup. We are here with the third part of our trilogy of Digital Chaos versus Complexity Gaming. We started yesterday with the Summit. We had a middle game today with Starladder I-League, and then we're going to finish off with Dota 2 Canada Cup Season 7 playoffs here in the second round of the upper bracket. It's Digital Chaos versus Complexity Gaming, our third series, of course, between these two teams. My name is Mott, and we have the NA Dota historian, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Dr. Pepper Wizard Savage, bringing us your co-commentary. Grant, how excited are you for this best?
I'm ready. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, sounding good. I'm ready for this. This is going to be the first time we've seen Phoenix today after it won all 5 games yesterday. Got banned out first time, so I'm already pumped up for that. But can Swindle Melon sooner or later beat Misery in the drafting battle? It's been tough for him, but
no.
Now that they have the Phoenix, a good chance.
Yeah, that's going to help them a bit. But Swindle did not, I mean, obviously it was probably a joke, but he did not seem confident about this during the pregame chat, citing, I don't know, I have no idea,
He's one of those guys who's, he says that, but he's one of those few people I could literally look at and be like, yeah, he's trying to win every game. It could be a 3K pub MMR on his girlfriend's account, and he's going 45-0. He's like, oh, I'm gonna win this game.
He's trying real hard.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
okay.
He is that dude.
Okay, as long as you say that, that makes me feel a bit more confident about it, because that was what I was going to ask you. It's like, man, Complexity, okay, it was a very close series yesterday. There's no real reason for them to get downtrodden after that 3-2 loss. I mean, that series was pretty damn close. I watched the majority of that series. And then today, I don't want to say they got destroyed. They did get 2-0'd. That second game was not particularly good. The first game was a lot closer than the second game, but the second game, everyone's talking about the dank meme that is the no mana strat. Everyone's like, I really like this no mana strat. PL, AM, Lion, Clock, and forget the 5th hero, but whatever. Super exciting stuff. And so maybe that kind of got into Swindle's head. He's like, wow, I can't believe I got beat by that.
I think he more got into his head that like, I don't know how you draft for his Digital Chaos. Like, just that game,
yeah.
The one before, they can draft literally any hero. The hero pools on DC might be the biggest I've seen. Really long time.
Yeah,
it's actually insane.
I think Misery knows how to utilize that too. His team, the biggest thing for me is just securing your supports and maybe your offlaner with the first 3 picks is usually what he does, and then he saves his high hero usually for 4th. It's all of his cores are usually his last couple of picks, right? Unless he has a really good idea of what he wants to do in the beginning of the draft. But he gets all of his supports, he gets his disables, he gets his team fight sort of to a certain extent, and he's like, all right, Weehaw, what do you want? All right, Resolution, what do you want? It changes up draft by draft, but for the most part, that's what I usually see. And they have it here again. They have the Doom Dazzle start for Digital Chaos, which I imagine will be support Doom, support Dazzle, give Moose something else to go in the offlane with. And yeah, I mean, on the other side, Complexity get a very comfort hero in the Darkseer. I mean, Swindles is really strong in that hero. They had a game yesterday where he was playing Darkseer. He was very, very strong. So not a shock that they pick up the Darkseer here in the second pick round. And then we have a couple other bands, including the Lifestealer coming out. So
yeah, I think the biggest thing is that, I mean, if Phoenix is getting through in this series, it's getting first picked every game. And DC knew that, so they maybe have something up their sleeve to deal with it, or
Yeah.
I mean, you have to. I mean, it's getting first picked every game. Every game it gets. They get the Doom, and I remember it was actually Game 4 yesterday when Digital Chaos had first pick, and they picked Doom over Phoenix, and they ended up losing that. And then Game 5,
10
Phoenix over Doom, and
seconds
ended up.
remaining.
See if that comes back. The biggest thing I noticed was
5 seconds
Beastmaster
remaining.
was let through in Game 1 today in Star Ladder, and he lost.
Reserve
Complexity
time.
picked it. Game 2, not banned or picked by either team.
Wow,
It's kind of
really?
surprising. After it's been
That's-
first banned 6 games.
That's
Yeah.
that not only in just the series, these 2 series,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
like everywhere in Dota,
Complexities
Beastmaster is
turn
being
to
picked or
Yeah.
banned all the time.
And then it just lost the one game it wasn't banned in, and then both teams are like, yeah, I guess we're
Okay.
just done with it.
That's that. All right. Well, I mean, so yeah, so no Beastmaster's obviously been banned out. So here's my thought process on the Phoenix pick. So it is an upper bracket
10
game.
seconds
You lose
remaining.
this game, and Swindle was kind of talking about this in the pregame. You lose this game, you're not out of the
5
tournament. You go down the
seconds
losers
remaining.
bracket, where I think it's a best of 1 still. I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, I
Pretty
think
sure.
we're doing one more after this actually.
Reserve
Evernova's
time.
versus Enemy
Yes.
GG, and that's
That's right. That is a best of 1, and I think
Dire
it's the same
team
like I think that's the same series that this is in. It might not be. We might be doing best of 3s. Maybe I'm sure Bill will tell me, and I'll look like an idiot one way or the other. But
Of course.
so yeah, I mean, this is what I'm talking about though. Like they want to okay, we're gonna test out how we could play against the Phoenix, experiment with some things here.
10 seconds
Both of these
remaining.
drafts are not looking very experimental though. Just the only thing to me is like, okay, they built the Phoenix through.
5
So
seconds remaining.
I don't know.
Yeah, and I was talking to CCNC actually. He's the one who told he's like, you should watch the game to replay. It was fun to watch because they just had the coddle. He got the quick ags, and
Yeah.
I mean, Complexity is known for their 5-man, their deathballing pretty.
Yes.
And the fact that they had 2 rat heroes in Weehaw, I mean the PL and the AM, they defended 4v5 almost every time till like the AM broke their base. He would TV back, then they'd win a fight while he was. It was actually it was a good way to deal with how Complexity likes to play.
Yeah. It just feels like Digital Chaos were just, and I said this during the middle of major qualifiers, it was like super solid sound Dota that we don't usually see out of American team. Obviously, there's a lot of different distinctions between them and an American team and other, mostly European stuff like that, but they just feel very solid in the way they play Dota. They get a lot of heroes they're confident with. You'll see 1 or 2 core heroes usually persist throughout the entire series, where they'll get one of these 2 core heroes and be comfortable on those heroes and keep those heroes. They pick up Darkcraft with Resolution, that's a comfort hero for him for sure. Juggernaut for Complexity, which I haven't seen that much of. They pick up the
5
DK as
seconds
well.
remaining.
No Chessie Invoker, they banned that out themselves, and I mean, it's a lot of team fight on both sides, honestly. A little bit more push for Complexity, though.
Yeah, and what I'm seeing from Complexity, they have the Phoenix heal, you're gonna have the Darkseer mech, and then you have the Juggernaut ward. They're going for like a super sustained style. It seems like in DC, the Gyro's a decently nice counter to that because his ult's like one of the highest impact, lowest cooldown ratio ults.
Right. That's definitely true. And Gyrocopter will be able to stop the push relatively. I mean, if it was something like an Enchantress, he'd be able to stop it even easier with his flat cannon, but he has a lot more damage, a lot more magical damage, especially against the tankier armor type heroes of at least the DK.
5 seconds remaining.
Doom is going to be very important in how this game moves forward. Not to mention Puck as well, Waning Rift, just the silences in general
Reserve time.
will be very important to stop the Phoenix Egg, to stop the Darkseer coming in, and it's going to be the Doom himself is just making sure they take the DK out of the fight or the Phoenix out of the fight. That's the biggest thing, and I think that's why they pick it first here, Grant. So I don't know.
like it. This is for DC. They also set up. Complexity doesn't know what they want to ban. We saw Moo actually play the offlane Doom last series, but I mean, obviously Soxa has played that hero more than Moo. But I mean, the fact you're like, oh man, so they think it's gonna be a support. ban out Moo's Batrider.
Turn to pick.
I also think I was thinking support at the beginning of the draft, but I don't know. They could still go for the offlane Doom. They could pick something else for Soxa, something more roam heavy, even though they already have a Doom.
One of the things I was talking with Merlini about is how cool that Misery and Soxa, like Misery's the 5 hero, but he always gets the 4 farm, and then Soxa plays the 4 hero, like the Doom, the jungle, but he always has the least amount of farm. It's weird how they trade that up. I don't really know how it works, but I mean, they're qualifying for land, so it's working. I don't really get into it.
It must be, they must be doing something with it. That's a very good point too. It's yeah, because I guess Soxa, he still finds his farm if the game goes long enough, but Misery is always the one that has the bigger impact. Although he's going to be playing the Dazzle this game, so I don't know if him getting the farm is really that great, assuming he is on that Dazzle, which I imagine. Complexity to go for the Shadow Shaman.
Oh,
We've
that's
seen this more and more recently, too.
that's DC's picked it, I think, twice last series, and now Complexity's like, wait a minute, maybe this is a good hero, and that is, they feel like they're almost all in on this like 20 to 25 minute push now, though,
Yeah.
with the Shadow Shaman pick.
Yeah, the Serpent Ward's coming out. Obviously, they have a pretty good defensive trialing with Jug, Shadow Shaman, Phoenix if they want. That is a Meepo pick coming out from Weehaw
no.
mid. Oh, wow. Does that mean that this is going to be... Wait, it's
An
got to
off-lane
be a
puck,
mid
I
Weepo.
think. Yeah, it's an offlane puck, I think.
Yeah. That's crazy. They would last pick that.
I've heard from, we both know him, Tom, their team owner, has said he will never let Weehaw play Meepo. And, well,
Well, that's
sorry.
a lie.
That is a lie indeed.
He definitely lied to us, unless he just, like, it's suddenly, like, a Moo Meepo or something coming out.
Yeah, I do want to say, every time praised his team, they were losing. And now that he's begun calling DC the worst team in the world, they're just winning
more
every
than he
game.
praises them, dude.
Yeah, I know, and now they're winning every game because of it. I'm like, Tom, keep it up. They are garbage.
Tom is the most, like, he's the heaviest flaming person I know. He'll just flame randomly and then apologize to people and then just continue to flame them.
Why is no one picking a hero?
I don't know. Are we repicking?
What is your...
we-
I don't know.
No? Okay, no, nothing
There
in
we
chat. They're just waiting. They're like, that was like a spaghetti western where everyone was just waiting to fire their gun at
No,
somebody.
it's a misery. What the fuck?
Okay, he didn't lie. No. Oh, yeah, so misery on the puck.
The support?
What?
I don't even know.
All right, both teams have gone crazy. I can't handle this anymore. Great. What are you making this, dude?
I'm lost. Okay. DC, obviously, I mean, wouldn't you feel cocky? You just won a best of 5 qualify for one of the funnest lands in the summit. You just won 2-0. Maybe you're feeling a little cocky. You're like, you know what? F it. Let's just do it. That's how it feels like they've just
I guess. This is, you know what? Listen. I'm not going to complain about this, right?
Yeah, I'm pumped. I want to see how this, like, I'm more concerned about the support puck than the Meepo. Like, how does that do anything in lane?
Misery has, like, what, 4 tangos? That's it. He's got 450 gold. I'm sure he's waiting to buy something in the courier.
Wow, he has the Iron Talent first. No, wait, Misery might be going middle, and Meepo might start in the jungle.
Is this a Weehaw jungle Meepo?
He went
Misery,
Iron
what did
Jungle first.
He just bought something. Misery bought 2 tango, or 2, a set of tangos. Actually, no. That sucks his clarity. 1 clarity for Misery, and then a circlet for Misery as well. Not to mention the tangos he already has.
I don't know. I
We have
just
to wait
can't
until the
make
game
anything
starts,
out of
dude.
this. Yeah.
I actually have no idea. Okay, well, I'm sure they have a plan in place, and
No, it's definitely we are going middle if he's taking the runes. So this is just going to be a very interesting.
yeah, he picks up the Iron Talent, so he will be able to go back to the jungle if he's going to get zoned out by this DK with Breathe Fire, which is going to be kind of annoying. Weehaw needs a second to prepare, I imagine.
Oh no, don't we fresh on us.
The hotkeys.
Hotkeys. I mean, obviously, it gives him armor early. Nice experience to DK. And once he gets level 3, I mean, Iron Talon jungling with a Meepo, you are going to gain levels quicker than, I mean, you could when
Any
Iron
hero.
Talon wasn't even an item, but
Yeah. Not
be
to
interesting.
Yeah, level 2 poof onto some of these camps, the Iron Talon, the big creep, boom, you're good to go. You're fine. I don't know, though. Like, they have Dragon Tail to lock him down for a long enough time. They have the Shackles from Shadow Shaman. They have good ways to lock down a Meepo. Can they kill him in time is the question. They have enough burst damage.
I just still can't believe they could have just jungled Doom support with Misery on the Dazzle, but no, they're just going for something crazy.
This is an upper bracket game that it means a little bit, but it doesn't mean maybe that much to these players. They're just like, okay, whatever, we're going to experiment with stuff. And for Complexity, they're like, okay, we have a really good, solid draft. Nothing out of the ordinary here. It's fine. DC's like, okay, we'll just do the crazy thing. We'll pick up the support puck. So, by the way, have you ever seen the support puck before? I might have seen it once, but I can't think of a time.
I'm sure
or remember
someone
one.
like Yugi in NEL, but besides that, I have not seen it in a pro game.
In a pro game. Yeah.
Not
Yeah,
that
that's
I'm
the
not
thing.
saying
It might have
NEL's
been.
not pro.
It might have been an NEL game, or I agree with you, something like that. Something ridiculous.
There's been some stupid stuff in there, mostly Yugi and KZZ, but North America, here we go. We
KZZ.
finally see his Meepo.
Weehaw's gonna have a pretty good block here. He'll be fine for the most part. Limp's doing a pretty great job as well. So this is a lot of people know Weehaw and remember him as being a Meepo player for a long time now. Like that was his tag even back to about a year ago at this time. And so when people started to see that he actually was very strong in the mid lane on a couple of different heroes, they gave him a lot more respect. But you talk about Weehaw, you talk about Meepo, but they went hand in hand for a long time. So People were banning this out for a reason up until this point, and now it's gotten through. Not to say this is the first time he's played Meepo. He's played it a lot. At least he did play it a fair bit with I think he was at MLG. He played it with Secret a little bit.
Yeah, and he played it on Bulk and Bears when he was on them, like, quite a bit. That is one hero that can destroy tier 2 and tier 3 teams when he was playing those tournaments.
Yeah.
But we have an early smoke gang actually already coming middle.
Yeah, this is not going to be a great start if he gets ganked. They have Hanskin walking through. He'll either probably go Shackles or Hex. They're going to look for a Dragon Tail. Limp's just out of range. There's the Shackles coming out beautifully. The Sunray, they have the Dragon Tail. I don't think they have enough damage. It'll be close. Nowhere Ether Shock is going to get body blocked. He's going to the Earth Shocker, excuse me, I can't even remember the name, but Limp's going to go down anyways. He's going to go straight for a first one with the Tree 1 tower, actually doing a lot of damage.
And he tried to use a health poke to get through it, so DK just actually lost a lot more than he gained there, but he used one of his shared tangos and a health potion. Now he has 0 regen.
Hanskin got the first blood, so it's not like they gave it to Limp. So that trade's actually not terrible for Weehaw. It's not great either, but it helps him a little bit because he did get the kill onto the Limp Dragon Knight too, so that's pretty important.
It is. That's gold, and he's level 2 before those. The other lanes, Moo, obviously, he's gonna have a decent time. Juggernaut can run at him, and now with the Shadow Stone here, that's actually really good.
There we go, Shackles. Now Moo's going to get caught out. He's got the Scorched Earth, and then no Blade Fury coming out from Chesty just to try to zone him back with the right clicks, and Moo will heal up just fine. He's got 3 extra tangos in his south to work with as well, so this defensive dual lane right now gonna get some harass up, but Moo should get some farm already. He's got, let's see, 1 last hit. He'll get 2 momentarily.
Middle
lane,
lane,
another gank. Weehaw's in trouble. He's got the Earthbind ready to go. The Sunray's coming out, but he's not that strength hero. Earthbind doesn't end in a limp, and maybe he would have gone down. He's gonna actually eat a tree and take another tower hit. Z3 kind of blocks him, but Limp will stay alive. He gets another kill into Weehaw, and this time he survives in doing so.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to see if Net canceled Sunray, and I mean, we know Sunray's skill is pretty good, and it doesn't cancel. If he would have just used it on the DK, I think he would have killed him under tower again.
Yeah. Now they're going to find Swindles here. Misery has a loser arc. We have not looked at this puck all that much. He's taking a lot of damage from Iron Shell. He has good harass. He doesn't have anything to slow Swindles down. He's got a lot of damage to come through. Now Sox is going to get Sunray up. Oh, God. The Phoenix is after me. Rock Crush. Great silence. That's what he was waiting for. Misery level 2 puck skills up. The Waning Rift at the tail end of that gank stops him from getting away. It's the silence they were looking for. Even though that duration is literally less than a second, they get the kill with it.
That was actually sick. Like, Swindle was at like 0.1 seconds left on casting that spell, and okay, that was I don't know if that's why
that's
they
the
picked
reason.
him. That was super sick.
That's the reason, man.
Literally the one reason. They're like, well, game's over. They just leave. we proved it.
All right, there's the silence now on the puck. We lost the game. Time to GG out now. I think that's a good kill, but I think Misery needs to show us a lot more with this particular hero. I mean, he got the kill at least to help get the kill, but Weehaw now level 3. We'll keep our eyes here on this mid lane as he's up to 9 last hits. The DK up at to 17, doing a pretty good job for himself with the free fire, obviously getting a lot of CS for him and getting some denies as well in the meantime. 5 denies going his way. You have the rotation from Misery now, and he's going to take over mid, and this is what we were, I think, hinting at, or you were hinting at.
Actually, yeah, and like Misery can just kind of take over mid like this. When I thought he was just gonna go mid from the start, it's gonna be jungle, but I guess it works as well. Puck's already level 3 is 14.5 minutes in. Now he's gonna get. Well, he might die.
He might die. Waiting Rift comes out. Actually, we'll keep him alive. There's the stun. Limps gets it with the Dragon Tail. Looks like Z-Freak wanted to back off for a second. He's got the phase shift at the tail end here, and he will be able to avoid some of this damage. Jots away half second later, and Limp will take some tower hits. He's got Dragon Blood, so we won't take that much damage, but it does do a lot as they're diving behind him, and Misery will stay alive with 3 more tangos to go. And Weehaw, in the meantime, was taking up this jungle stack here. He's stacking more with his Meepo clones, and then Meepo Prime as well. He's got this stacked up, and he's got a gateway to his farm now. It's pretty good.
Yes, this is fun watching. Limp is playing this so aggressive. Like, he dove Meepo 2 times. Now he just dove the puck. I mean, you have the sun around you. It's doing so much damage, healing you as well. Phoenix, everyone agrees it's something has to be fixed, but the problem is, how do you fix that hero without, like, you change the numbers, the hero gets over nerfed, you know what I mean? It's one of those heroes it's so hard to change.
You have to change it. You can change Sunray, but then you might just break the hero. I agree with you. Everything else about the hero is probably fine, I think.
Yeah, and we saw him actually use his Phoenix dive and ward middle on their side. That was
kind of cool.
Fun to see ward. Yeah, I don't know if you watched yesterday during the warding battles. Like, Phoenix was flying places. I forget, it was like Bat Rider, Fire flew and warded. Like, their level 1 ward battles yesterday were insane. We didn't actually see them. No.
Epic ward battles coming out from the DC Complexity series yesterday. Yeah, that's
what I took out from it.
At the end of the game, it's a best of 5 series, and you're like every game you're just talking about wards the entire time. This
Yeah,
one's
that's
really
legit.
great. Oh my god.
Yeah, I like this though. Misery being able to get like so. I mean, he's not gonna get farm, but he's gonna get level, and that's the biggest thing. Like, I mean, he's still a support. He doesn't need farm, but getting a level 6 on Puck as a
Yes.
support, it's like a guaranteed kill when you hold someone down.
Yeah, Dream Coil, just to keep them in place with the amount of damage they'll be able to pump out, especially with Weehaw being leveled up and getting like max poop, which he now has, by the way. Those stacks did a lot of work. He's level 7 currently. I think he's the highest level in the game. He is one level higher than the DK, who was, I would say, a little outlaning him earlier. And he's taking out all the stacks. Weehaw's up to a bottle. He's almost got treads coming out here pretty soon, so he's doing really well. But now another gank coming in. 2-man smoke of deceit, this time with Chesty. They're going to go into the jungle with Omni Slash. Is an easy way to clear up the Meepos. They're going to walk right in. Zephyrix as Icarus dive to slow down the Meepo. But guess what? There's no camps here. They're about to respawn. Weehaw is in trouble. Sunray comes out. He is in trouble, and he is going to fall. He cannot deny himself in time. And literally, that's all they need to do. They just have Sunray, and then he's dead. They just have Chesty, too.
Yeah, they know he's up here. I'm actually really surprised where Soxa is running to.
Meanwhile, Limp has a haste rune, so Elder Dragon form. Omni Slash is going to fly. Resolution is going to get caught out. The Icarus dive slow will come in, and they'll start the push now. And this is what we're talking about. This early push coming out for Complexity. It's at Death Ball time. They have 4 of the 5 heroes up here, Grant.
Yep, and I mean, they have so much to stay. Even with just the level 1 ward, they have the almost max Sunray, and Swindle he's going to get his max. And they're just going to have so much, like, I feel like it's a buzzword right now, but sustain, I mean, they do.
I mean, well, that's what they need to get this game in the bag at this point. And going late's not necessarily a terrible thing for Complexity, but clearly they have an idea of what they want to try to do towards the middle of this game, 20 to 25 minutes, like you said.
Gyro will be sick, like, at the 30-minute mark. I don't know. Meepo can, if he gets a Blink Dagger early, like he gets the Ag's Blink Dagger, they're looking for him, they won't
This is
find
the
him.
biggest thing, honestly, is just putting a ward down and invading the jungle, making sure Weehaw can't get more stacks or more jungle camps, and they did a pretty good job of shutting him down there. Like, he was at his treads a little while ago, while Moon's getting shackled, and I think that was just Hanskin trying to keep alive, and actually does a pretty good job because the Phoenix has rotated in Sun Raid, but anyways.
Yeah, this is just, Complexity's playing it safe and playing it smart right now, and Z-Freak's just, he's everywhere he needs to be. Z-Freak things we were talking, he always likes to play the roaming aggressors, and you don't really think of Phoenix one, but he's played it like that middle and top, and it's...
Yeah, he's gotten a kill solo on Weehaw with the Sun Ray just by being in a good position, by being aggressive. They had a couple of early game rotations with his aggressive. He's gonna get Rocket Barrage. He has Icarus dive. I don't think he wants to use it here. Hanskin was looking to maybe counter initiate with the Hex into Shackles, but he can't find a target. Now maybe Moo might find himself in that position, but it's actually going to be mid where they're looking for Misery. He's already used his Illusory Orb. Chelsea's got to come in, and they just want to take the tower. They want to at least put some pressure here again. Chessie and DK combining up to be the top 2 in net worth currently. Lip has his treads. Chessie has Phase, Aquila, Quelling Blade, 4-man shield. Pretty much all the early game items that you need for a Juggernaut. And we'll see what he decides to go for next, but again, the push will continue.
Yep, they're just gonna go middle this time, and there we go. Elder Dragon form. Azul's ult is on him. They have to be careful. They can take a lot of damage real quick from flying in.
They have no more armor pretty much left on Chessie. He's going to be able to Blade Fury away, though. Misery's looking to counter initiate. He's got Dream Coil. They don't want to get stunned. He's got Basic. Can't use it in time. Sunray's going to come out. Looking for that damage. They will get the Grave off in time. He'll jump back home, and they will survive. He does have the Corrosive Breed Fire and the Corrosive, whatever it is, right click coming up from Limp at the tail end of that engagement.
Right. And I just noticed the weed ward from Juggernaut, when it runs around, its little arm shakes. That's so adorable.
Yeah, is it down? I think now it is gone.
Yeah, he used it. I was watching it. His little arms just, oh my goodness. That's, I don't know, maybe I do like anime after all.
You're dangerously close to becoming
I was
right now, Grant. No, it's
It
too late
wasn't
for that.
almost a
Moo had the
Doom
Doom
face
animation going. He couldn't get it off in time. Super Wards would go. Looks for the Doom on the lip. This time he'll find it. Resolution takes a lot of damage from that Breed Fire. Limp in trouble. Good Dream Coil on it too. Omni Slash comes down. He can't get the waiting room. But look at the heal bomb at Chessie. About to fall. He gets the healing ward off, but Limp will fall next as well. As DC gets the defense off. The Super Ward's still going to work on the tower. Looking for it tonight. Can they get it off in time? Yes, Toxic gets it done. They'll take 3 down. They'll clear out the healing wards as well. And DC, they lose the tier 2, but they get a better fight, and they make space for Weehaw, who actually is kind of in trouble here. He wants to take down this tower. He's moving one Meepo one way, then one the other way. He's going to be able to poop out. Looks like that's a pause.
He he can eat a mango and have a vacuum. I don't know if they can kill him though. He can just poop after the vacuum anyway.
There's nobody else here that can't disable him.
Yeah.
He'll be able to poop just fine. The sunray is, let's say, halfway through its duration, so he'll be fine.
We'll try pooping here. I'll get mango vacuumed, I believe.
Nope.
Yeah,
It doesn't
fine. He
matter.
doesn't get it.
Yeah. Anyways, good stuff. Good stuff. Complexity are definitely, I think they have an advantage here in terms of net worth. It's not by much. It's actually only by 1,500, despite getting, what, 3 tower advantage currently? So that's interesting.
I can't believe it. Yeah, they took it tier 2. It was denied. That was a sick deny, though. The only Sox that did it between, like, 8 of the Shadow Shamans.
Yeah. It was close, and he did get the denial. But not to mention they did that while there were 3 heroes diving them under the tower, and it's nice.
Yeah, this is... The Misery Puck is level 8 at 10. That's actually extremely good. That's what they did. They just... Meepo went to the jungle, Misery took over, got soul experience. Smart strategy, but the problem is Puck... He hasn't really provided much in teams. We haven't seen him. It's been mostly Soxa and Resolution doing most of the work.
I don't know, that one Dream Coil in that mid lane was, I think, pretty
nice.
good. 2-man Dream Coil, although they got the Chessie Omni Slash off. Swindle will try to TP out, and it looks like he might make it away. The poop doesn't do enough damage there, even though it is max level. Just, I didn't think he used the one for his other Meepo clone that he just got at his level 10. But anyways, Smoke of Deceit from Complexity. Limp looking to work on his, I think, helm, or excuse me, not helm, but armlet. They're gonna walk up.
Yeah, they want Smoke into Roche. They want to...
Oh, they broke it. They know that they're there. They have Dream Coil. They can get on to 2 right now. There's going to be a call down as well on top of the Dream Coil with a waiting rip. Flip's low. Sunray does not heal him up. They get the Super Wards off before die, but move. He's got Doom up in 16 seconds. Good Icarus dive away from Z-Free to make sure he stays alive. And that will be the end of the engagement. And actually, Complexity, they could have backed there. They went straight up high ground. They just walked up high ground. DC were ready, kind of, to a certain extent for it.
Yeah, that's... They just keep doing that before... Yeah, push another lane, but yeah, you can tell Complexity they wanted to smoke, maybe get a kill bottom, get the tower, and then get Roche. I mean, they have a really good Roche team and put team, but that was super unfortunate. Yeah,
Misery's gonna walk up. Dream Coil up in 30 more seconds. Chessie's still farming very well, almost top of the net worth, although Meepo has eclipsed him for Weehaw. Limp and Z-Freak staying in the true line right now. We might have a push on our hands from DC, but it seems as if Complexity are looking to quell the push by having Chessie, and then of course Swindle's TPing in. He now has, I think, his mech coming out? No, not yet.
Getting there.
Yeah, he's
Can
not
you into
yet.
mana boots first? I think you have to, obviously, for the... I mean, it's just good for pushing early. You can get the mana for either your feet or for Chessie, the ward, and just anything.
They have the drum also for Chessie, so that's gonna help them push too. Elder Dragon Form, and even though they've lost a couple of fights, they're really not concerned about losing an engagement. They just want to keep pushing. Dragon Tail's gonna come out, Dream Coil's gonna get onto the 3 or 4. Doom comes out of goal, Lens gets slowed up. Look at the illusion of the damage.
My
They're gonna go to the
God.
Rocket Barrage. They are blowing everyone up. They're gonna go to work on the Phoenix side. They'll bring that down. Resolution gets a double kill. They're gonna chase further. They brought 4 down, and as Illusion will bring Swiddles down to his knees and down in a third as Misery picks up a double. All 5 dead. That damage coming out combined with the call down, the Dream Coil, all of that damage was insane. And again, like you talked about, I think it was 4v5 too.
It was. I just don't... Like, they doomed A, and then Juggernaut died first. He just took so much... I've never seen that much damage in that quick of time. That was... They don't even have, like, a thing or anything. They both just died in, like, 2 seconds.
Like Infernal Blade, and then,
insane.
like, Illusory Orb. Shadow Wave Shield probably didn't help. Rocket Barrage on top of that. Just a lot of AoE damage over a short period of time with little to no magic resistance or immunity, although the Blade Fury, I'm sure, was there, but I think he was silenced.
This is one of those older strats. It's not even the 4 protect 1, but it's you have someone go farm, so you're not even protecting, but you just pick a team that's super good at 4v5ing. I mean, that's why Gyro's ult's great. You have the Misery. I mean, if he didn't get levels early, the strategy would just fail. Because they had the Meepo who could juggle, I mean, it's just because
He's got a Blink Dagger now, 14 minutes.
He's the man. I don't know. Misery's the man.
Misery's
really
owning.
is.
DC are in, and again, an amazing position. And it looks like they might go 1 game further up in this 3 series, whatever you freaking want to call it.
3 series divided by 3 times 9 is
right,
actually the square root of pi.
I'm done. That's it.
My math has been known.
Yeah, better than mine, I'm sure. Sox is going to find an Observer Ward. Hanskin, no blink for him. He will see that there is a sentry there, or an Observer Ward as well. It's available. But Look at the aggression. Complexity are just like, all right, we're going to be aggressive until we actually turn successful. And Saksa, he's going to find himself in the tail out of a Dragon Tail. He's going to get the Grave off, though, and I don't know. He might be okay. He's going to get the leave off. He might still die. Shadow will come out, Poison Touch. Yeah, they'll bring him down, but Serpent Wards placed over here.
Yeah, and look at bottom.
And then this is happening. And then they smoke up and they want to wrap around behind. Wards did not see DC smoke up, I don't believe, but Complexity are going to make their way top anyways. The wraparound gank, Misery with his newly minted Blink Dagger wants to find a TP, or rather an initiation. Meanwhile, Lens is going to TP into Weehaw. They almost bring him down, however, Weehaw is going to get Sunray up and he will stay alive for the time being. Meanwhile, Moo gets a double kill up top as the Gyrocopter gets off the call down. They stop Hansket and Swindle from getting out there, so they did get the kill onto Weehaw, but they lost 2 in the process.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but there was literally 3 TPs. I was just more Shadow Shaman was trying to TP, and it was a 6-second TP, and then DC just ran at him. Now, they got the Meepo, and then they lost 2 people because they were all trying to defend their DK bottom. Sunray did work, though. It single-handedly saved that DK.
Yeah, Sunray was doing some... Not only that, but it was doing damage to the one Meepo that was trying to run out of there.
Think if you put Sunray and Mana Drain in the same kill, man, that'd be sick.
I'm sure that wouldn't be broken in the slightest.
What if it was you only got 2 skills on your hero? That and a stun. And you just don't have an ultimate, you get 2 sets of stats instead.
I don't know about that.
I feel like I'm turning to Sir Action Slacks by theory crafting the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
Just stop theory crafting.
Gyrocopter.
Ridiculous ultimates and things that did you remember his broodmother thing? I can't remember.
I don't want to remember it.
Leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah, we're just not even gonna talk. We might talk about it some other day, but I'm disgusted.
Series. Not bring that up ever again, Sir Action Slacks. You're a good dude, but your item ideas, we need to go over that, I think, at some other point in time. Still, anyways, Complexity, they will go ahead, and this time, instead of, like you said, smoking and trying to find a pick, they'll smoke up, they'll head either into Roche. It looks like they will go for a pick. Limp's gonna lead the way, he's got a little Dragworm. And they're gonna find a resolution. Smoke is broken, and I think they saw it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I believe so. Too. Biggest thing is, like, coL, they wanted to do that the first time. They smoke gank, get 1 kill, they automatically get Roche. Even now, they just get 1 kill and they can go to Roche. Like, DC would be so hard to find the Roche 5, but they don't find one. Are they just gonna go for it?
Counter smoke. Moo has a Shadow Blade now to initiate a little bit easier. Limp, they see him in the river, it looks like. They're gonna go in. Illusion Orb, John, waiting, Rip, he is done. He's gonna pop the armlet. I think he still dies anyways. He can't get off the armlet toggle. Omni Slash actually doesn't do anything.
Shadow Blade.
Shadow Blade, they have no detection. His Omni Slash did nothing. The Sith Wars are jumped down. Good neck. Backing wall. Stocks the Resolution. Blade Fury can get the Grave up from Sansa. Resolution will try to keep me out. He gets text up at the end. Now the 2 will come through from Moo. Hanskin just running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Misery and Moo are trying to go toe-to-toe. Misery gets a triple kill, but a double comes out from Swindles. And the only reason this wasn't worse for Complexity is because Weehaw is top and he is not fighting at this point. He's just split pushing like crazy. Oh my god, what a fight.
I can't believe they're winning these fights 4v5. Like, that was more of a tie, but, I mean, you're tying a 4v5 fight. And they killed the chicken. The chicken just flew in, and, like, yeah, the Gyrocopter had 2 HP while Grave then attacked it once and died, and he was probably like, alright, someone else attack it. And chicken just flew in and died, so they technically won that fight. 200 more gold to everyone.
And Misery continues, he's got the same net worth as the offlane Dark, so he's actually got more net worth than the Limp mid DK.
Yeah, that's insane. He's got the same as, like, CC and C would have as a straight middle puck. That's crazy.
Weehaw continues to just be uninvolved and uninterested with these fights going on. He's like, alright, I'm not fighting until I get my Blink, my Ags, and my Boots of Travel. Cool, see you guys then. Might not even get bots, I don't know.
I think if Moo looks like he just about the best, he's going, I think Weehaw's like, wait, why did you get a Shadow Blade before Vlad's? If he had a Vlad's, they could just... Actually don't have the best Roche team until they have a Vlad's for Weehaw.
Yes, which, if previous fights serve as an indicator, he will have very soon. I imagine. Unless they just stop fighting altogether. By the way, Resolution's going to have his PDP pretty soon. It's a pretty good back wall into a Blade Courier that actually got them that decent fight for Complexity. And at this point, any trade is a good trade for Complexity because of how far behind they are.
Yep.
But it's not enough. They need to be able to not only win the fight, but maybe even kill Weehaw in the process or stop him from pushing or just, I don't know, do something different. However, Misery is going to get vacuumed back. The Urn's up. He doesn't have his Blink for 6 seconds. It's on cooldown. He's got to Dream Coil onto 2. Not onto 3. Chester was coming around the corner. Didn't quite make it in. Good body blocks. Illusion Orb jaunt through. He might actually make it out. Chessie He uses his diffuse blade to get the kill. He just got it and uses one of his charges to get the job done. Very good against the silences coming out from DC, and he'll pick up a big kill. It's a make kill spree, by the way, for Chessie. How much gold did he get out of that? 1,000? No, 614.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, 614. And that was just super good. They went right after he used his first orb. They're like, well, he can't get away now. Like, Iron Shell will just stop phase shift, blink and stuff. And look at that, the one pick up into Roche. All they wanted to do. And without Weehaw can't even get there. Oh, he's there actually.
He's there.
I lied.
Weehaw's using his very fine. He's got blink. This is the Meepo Prime. He has a Dragon Lance.
I hate it, but oh, here we go.
coL is going to go. Chessie still has that healing ward up in the high ground. They have the supports going to work. Accelerated heal. Everyone back up. Weehaw walks in. He is in trouble. Omni Slash will come through. He gets it with the rest of the Meepos, but he dies instantly. Down for 63. Now they drop the stun rate a little bit too late after that engagement. Misery has respawned. Chessie's going back to work on Roche. Limp still with the Elder Dragon form. Hanskin walking through, dropping down to work. They use the Dragon Tail Resolution. He's in trouble. The Infernal Blade comes out. The dude was already used. Hanskin's in trouble. Will fall. Blade Fury, not enough. They get the Roche. They get the Aegis on to Chessie now. He'll pick it up. Knox in trouble. Shadow Wave comes out. Sunrise. He grades himself. Dream Coil on the 2. It's down to 3. And Z picks up the high ground. They go him over to the waiting room. The Rocket Barrage. The Flank Cannon. Resolution's going to town. Chessie will respawn. He's going to try to keep me out. He looks like he will be able to make it away. Z-Pick will not be so lucky. He has no Icarus stock for 14 seconds. He has to watch as both of these heroes start assaulting him from the low ground and bring him down. That is still not a great fight for Complexity. They started it so well, getting that kill onto Weehaw, but you can see the numbers drastically going in favor of DC with the fight recap.
Look at that. Once again, like, Weehaw came to the fight and did the same amount he did when he didn't come to the The biggest thing, okay, that wasn't... It wasn't on purpose play, but the reason Weehaw failed right there is there was an Ion Shield creep just chasing him. That was in the lane. Swindle did it to chase him down, or I mean just to push the lane, and it followed Weehaw, so he couldn't blink. So blink on anyone because of that Ion Shell.
Can we talk about the Dragonlance pickup?
I'd rather not. It's like in Dota 1 when I think actually Misery and Pycat invented it was Battle Fury Wind Ranger because of the stats were so good. Like, it didn't matter, you didn't get half of what it gave you. And that's what Dragonlance is. 15 strength, 15 agility for like extremely deep. I mean, that's why I didn't get it.
And remember,
I still hate it.
If you guys look at the attack range, if anyone's thinking, why isn't it giving an attack range if you're like new to Dota or something, in parentheses, it says ranged only, of which Meepo is not a ranged hero. Just in case you might not understand the Dota mechanics, I don't know. Maybe you're that kind of guy. Who knows?
I honestly wonder if in... Oh, wait, sorry, there's about to be a fight bottom.
Swindles might die. They have Doom in 12 seconds. Shadowblade's about to be up, though. He's probably fine. Yeah, he's good.
I want to say, in Dota 1, Pudge was actually considered a ranged hero at 156 range. They couldn't classify him as melee because of like the mechanics of Warcraft 3.
Right.
So Dragonlance in Dota 1 would actually work for Pudge.
That's awesome. Drew Quill, Blink waiting grip, nice start. They get the mech off Chessie. He's got the Diffuser Blade. He's going to get doomed up, though, and so much for that Diffuser Blade. Good back wall, though, to counter mid-chain. They get up the Crimson Guard. They get the Sunray or Supernova off on time. Misery trouble, but here comes Leo. Jumping in, destroys the egg, and now going to work up. They get the Earth Fight off. See you later. Resolution comes to the Cleo crew as called out. Rocket Barrage and Black Cannon go once again. Weehaw's slow, but he will be able to blink out as well as Resolution and Move cleaning up these Serpent Wards. And we finally coming to a fight and providing enough damage to team wipe the entire side of Complexity.
Yep, and that's just Meepo. I just realized that has to be almost one of the reasons they picked Meepo. Did you see when he just poofed in and killed the egg? And what, like, all his guys just did one tag and killed it. I just realized,
we didn't talk
like,
about
how smart that is. Yeah, I didn't think about it until I just saw it happen. Smart.
This is what we were talking about during the draft. Okay, they know how to. This is exactly what you talked about. Okay, we know how to deal with Phoenix Egg, or we know how to deal with Phoenix. You know, obviously it's not the Super or the Sunray early on in the game, but this is one of the reasons I think they let the Phoenix go, is what we were talking about, because the Meepo can go in and destroy that Supernova Egg so quickly, and Weeha's done a very good job of that.
Yeah, and I believe, DC got to choose first pick, because we saw DC lost a coin flip and Complexity chose Radiant. Really surprised I know they love Radiant, but I'm really surprised they're not choosing first pick and just going with Dire.
There was a lot of second picks coming out for a long time, I feel like, recently anyway. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I'm completely out of touch with the first pick, second pick kind of thing. I don't know. I'm just going to stop talking now.
Yeah, well, let's just sit back. You know, I hate baseball, kind of, but the one thing I've noticed, they're the only sport that does it, is they have downtime. It's weird. They're not afraid to not talk, you know what I mean?
I guess because baseball's kind of long.
Yeah, it is. That's true.
9 innings is like, it takes like 4 hours or something to complete. Well, hold that thought. Blink in Misery's going to find a waiting Rift initiation. Zefrig did pop the flash, so he avoids the illusory orb damage. Might actually save his life. No, alright, he's dead. Misery got the last right click off and got the kill, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, DC's just trampling over. This is like a Walmart Black Friday, and they're the customers.
Oh, God. That leads me to some questions, but I'll refrain from asking it now as Marina.
And we haven't even talked about, Resolution's actually not even that farmed. Sanjin Yasha, BKB, Aquila, FaZe, and 1600. Like, not the super most farmed, because he's been fighting. They've just been building up Weeha, and it's really paid off.
Yeah, Chessie's now working on his Battle Fury, so it looks like more of a way to deal with the Weeha Meepo. I actually took my eyes off him for half a second, and then he died, so that's great. But anyway. I literally like went from top, saw him TPing out, went back down to mid, then saw him die as I went back to top. So that's cool.
The best part is Chessie, like if he was a North American, like actually, he would have just said like, ah, that was worth it. He got the tier 2. He was just an worth it.
He's not a North American by blood, but maybe an honorary North American.
He's been here for what, a year and a half now. They've been in this.
I feel like we do. I shouldn't say we in this situation, but I feel like North Americans do give off this like honorary North American type of person, like Zai. I think was an honorary North American for a while.
He played NEL. I mean, back in the day, like Matt, he played a lot. Crit played a lot. Those guys, you know, they realized you gotta play.
Bambo's made an honorary North American.
Oh yeah. Well, even if Bambo never played NA, with how he plays, he's like demon status. Like, he's crazy.
Waning Rifting for Misery. Jump back out. I'm gonna let that go, dude. Just let it happen. I'll jump back out for Misery. That's gonna be that. Shoutouts to all the honorary North Americans out there. You're all really cool people. I'm glad to know you.
Yeah, Script Wepis as well. We'll just say it to all of them.
Definitely them. God, yes. Wepas played. Listen,
played
people
a lot
don't
more
think of Wepas as a very like Dota player. They're like, oh, he's a great observer. And don't talk about his Dota playing skills. I've seen his Wind Ranger. Top tier.
Yeah, it is. Wonder if he buys Battle Fear, I hope. Oh, and Gyro has an wow, he's an Eagle sign. We just talked about how he had 1.6k like 1 minute ago.
Yeah. Looks like he's been proven wrong. And yeah, Misery does take a lot of damage. He's on fire from the Sun Ray. He still gets out in time because he's a puck, for God's sakes. Bounce back and be able to heal up in just a second. Yeah, so talked a lot about DC and what they could do, but for Complexity, what's the next step for them? They have now Blink Dagger for Limp. We saw the Battle Fury coming out for Juggernaut. Meanwhile, Bottom is getting killed. See you later, Onskin. Weeha's dominating now as he has a Hex, so...
It's painful, just like in the mid-lane.
B3's gonna get doomed up. Chessie's gonna come in. He can probably diffuse up and move and chase him down. Great Earthbind from Weeha. Omnislash is going through. I think he was waiting for this, but it's not nearly enough damage. Even with the Battle Fury, Chessie gets right down with the Earthbind. There's an Ultra Kill coming up from Weeha. Can he get the Rampage? Can he get the Rampage? Give it to him. Yes!
Raise your daughters.
Rampage, and GG is called. Oh my God, that was a showing and a half from DC.
That really, all I can say now is that there's a mental barrier for Complexity at this point. Like, I don't know, you just lost to a support puck. Like, this would tilt any team, a Chinese team, a European, a Southeast, like, that's mind-blowing. You just lost 2-0 in a different series, you play again. Oh, Meatbone a support puck. And they win convincingly.
Mm-hmm.